Hello, so I'm here to talk about wrestling WWE for this week. It's funny because I just actually had to look on WWE.com to find out what happened on Raw. I completely forgot what happened on Raw. I only watched it like 2 days ago. Um, it was an AK show, normal Raw, I suppose. I thought when the match between Barrett and Punk was made was like, whoa, this is going to be good. And then they go and ruin all my expectations of the match and put Cena as the referee. Boo. Who cares? No. Ah. Um, so, yeah, I got a bit annoyed with that. And the match only lasts like, what, 4 minutes, if I remember correctly. It was all rushed and squeezed into the end of Raw. Um, The main thing coming out of Raw was the Edge versus Miz, which was a pretty amazing match, to be honest. Like, everyone likes to see Edge, the champion versus champion, no matter who they are. So when they put Edge versus Miz, being the first time it's ever really happened that I know of, um, it made for a good match, and it made for the audience to like it a little bit more as well. Um, I I think when it comes to the Royal Rumble, though, I think with it ending in a disqualification in favour to Edge, I think Dolph Ziggler is putting his stamp on Edge just so that everyone can see that he's got a little bit of a thing over Edge. Um, what else? Oh yeah, Melina had her number one contendership match, which to my point I think is quite annoying because I thought that should have happened on pay-per-view. And Lay Cool, what the hell have they done to earn their title shot over the last month? Absolutely nothing, whereas Melina's rightfully earned it. Um, so yeah, 40 men in the Rumble. I think only 28 have been confirmed to be in the Rumble, so that leaves us with 12. So that's officially been said by WWE.com, or I might have read that on the spoiler site. Um, NXT this week was a bit random, like it always is. Outthink the Think. Matt Striker should have been a little bit quicker with the questions, so they would have had more chance to answer more questions, even for Howard Finkel as well. The only thing I really remember from this was the fatal four-way at the end of the show between the four rookies, in which Brutus Clay won, which is Ted DiBiase's rookie. But he got the opportunity. The winner of the match got the opportunity, if they wanted to swap their pro, and they made him swap his pro. And now his pro is Alberto Del Rio, which is quite cool because now Alberto Del Rio is back in contention to win this season of NXT. I don't know if he should be number one contender with this guy, but maybe it could happen. The only one I don't think has got any chance now is R-Truth's rookie of winning. I think it's between Del Rio, definitely, and Bateman, which is Daniel's rookie, and God, there's another one, isn't there? And yeah, the other guy who it is, Dolph Ziggler. That's it. Dolph Ziggler's rookie. I think it's between them three, definitely for the win. But like I said, I thought it was going to be them two. But now that Del Rio's back into the mix, I think it could be possibly his pro who wins as well now. Superstars again was dedicated to the undercard of Superstars, the Tyson Kidd, the David Hart Smith, the Zack Ryders of the shows, and They had a very impressive tag team match. I was very impressed with David Hart Smith and Jushu and that tag match with Primo and Zack. I was surprised that Zack and Primo won the match, just because of David Hart Smith being the powerhouse. I thought he could have outpowered them two quite easily, but obviously I'm wrong again, which goes to show, you know. I try not to read the spoilers no more for SmackDown if I can possibly help it, because otherwise I sometimes skip SmackDown if I've seen the spoilers and know what's coming. So I try not to read the spoilers on SmackDown no more. This week on SmackDown, I watched it this morning. Um, what I liked about it was when Dario and Kane teamed up to face Ray and Kofi. Now, what I liked about this was that it was not the average tag match. It was all about trying to build Dario over everyone with this, like, his invitational for people to come out and to be better than everyone else. And I just felt when Alberto Del Rio come out and just went through these two people, then Kane comes out, it's like, whoa, a little bit different. And then Kingston and obviously Ray as well. But it just makes it interesting for the Rumble how they tried to make everyone see that it could be anyone for himself. And the tag match ended obviously with Kane big booting Dario in his head after him being frustrated off of something. And yeah, so Ray and Kingston obviously pick up the win after 619 and Trouble in Paradise. I still think, though, are they burying Del Rio on SmackDown so that he could win at the Royal Rumble, so that people sort of put him in the back of their minds when it comes to the Rumble? Um, there hasn't been a superstar, I think, that's been pushed over anyone else, so therefore it's unclear who might win the Rumble this year, which is good, because you don't want one superstar to be pushed over anyone. With that being said, back to SmackDown, I think the core with the Big Show segment was a bit boring. I don't know. I just find the core a bit boring compared to the Nexus. I think they kind of underscored Wade Barrett a little bit by making him not the leader, but sort of the spokesman of the team, I suppose. And it's kind of a bit annoying me. It's kind of annoying me a little bit, but that's just my opinion. And I think they're all good as separate competitors, and it should be interesting to see when they break up what actually happens. Taker was seen again backstage on SmackDown. Obviously, there to keep an eye on what's happening on SmackDown. People are now talking about Del Rio being the challenger for Taker's streak at WrestleMania, or Barrett, and I wouldn't be surprised if it was either of them, to be honest. McMahon's high on both of them. Maybe Drew McIntyre might be thrown into the mix by the time of WrestleMania, and everyone will probably hear about the WrestleMania rumors and all that. So I think Drew could also be thrown into that mix. If I was to pick one out of them three, I think you would always go with the original plan, and that'd be Barrett. I just think Barrett and Taker, if you have an original idea, it's always the original idea you should go with. McMahon always ponders and puts the extra thing, what if, always thinks about the what's ifs. But he usually goes with his original idea anyway. A lot of people think that Chris Jericho is going to come back and win. Chris Jericho said in an interview online that he doesn't need to come back. He has not no need or no right to come back, but he said that he has no necessary reason to come back. It's like he's trying to find himself at the moment, and that he's got other projects apart from WWE at the moment, like his book coming out in February, and the fact that Fozzie's last tour did really well that he's thinking of doing another album already. So he's got other projects apart from WWE. So he might see Jericho at Rumble, but um, don't count on him winning because McMahon's probably going to hold that grudge against him for saying those things if he's read it or not. This week's wrestling when it comes to WWE has been quite interesting. I've enjoyed it, and it should build a very good Rumble up. Just a quick couple of things. My latest DVDs are these. When I find them, these three are my latest DVDs that I've watched. SmackDown's. Oh no, that's wrong way. SmackDown's 2009-2010 season. There's a lot of matches on here with Taker and CM Punk, about 3 or 4. But it's a good 3-set box DVD. I enjoyed it. My favourite moment probably is when Swagger cashes it in, because I thought that's pretty cool. And the triple threat that they have on here. And they had that huge 8-man tag as well from when SmackDown changed network. High Flyers. Surprisingly, I actually liked this DVD. I was absolutely dreading when I bought it, and I was like, oh no, this is going to be rubbish, blah blah blah. And I watched it, and I was surprised. Anyone who likes WCW's action, there's a lot of it on here. You'd be very surprised to how good some of it is, and that, if anything, they have, like for example, on the back, I'm just reading off the back, they have Rey Mysterio and Eddie Guerrero's famous Halloween Havoc match from '97. Probably one of my favourites when it comes to WCW and their high-flying matches. They also have Shawn Michaels versus Vader at SummerSlam of '96, and I don't understand why that's on the DVD, because they're not both high flyers, but it's to showcase Shawn Michaels flying around, which he does a lot in that match, to be honest, to be fair. And obviously Chris Jericho's, which is like probably the best DVD of 2010 when it comes to WWE, and obviously Bobby the Heenan's DVD. I just wanted to show this as well. That's my Alberto Del Rio poster. I wonder if someone's gonna bite my head off about showing this picture. And yeah, that's pretty much about this week for WWE. I'll probably do a video on Monday talking about Royal Rumble, so should look forward to that one. And yeah, subscribe to my page and comment underneath if you think and agree with anything I said. And yeah, take it easy and watch the Royal Rumble tomorrow at 1 o'clock. Sky Sports. No. Sky Box Office. So yeah, 40 men, first time ever, so it's going to be quite cool. So yeah, Royal Rumble tomorrow, 1 o'clock.